Somewhere right now, a marketing team is walking into a leadership meeting with a slide titled AI SEO Roadmap. 23 action items, structured data, FAQ pages, a long-tail content calendar stretching 6 months out. It looks very impressive, but it's busy. 6 months later, the CEO opens ChatGPT and asks, who is the best company in their industry? Their name doesn't appear, but 3 competitors do. Nobody on that team was lazy. They executed every item on the list. They just never asked the one question that would have told them whether the list mattered in the first place. Welcome to the Jeff Payne Show. I'm Jeff Payne. You're listening to episode number 18, the one-sentence test. If you've talked about AI search this year, and if you run a company, you have. Someone has told you that you need an AI SEO strategy, and then emailed you a list of tactics. Optimize for long-tail queries, add schema markup, build FAQ content. 2 researchers I pay close attention to, Kevin Indig and Amanda Johnson, who published Growth Memo, made a point recently that stuck with me. Most of what gets labeled strategy in this space is really just a pile of tactics wearing a strategy costume. And a collection of tactics can't answer the one question that strategy exists to answer. Here's the question. What business problem are we actually solving? Sounds almost too simple to matter, but watch what happens when a team skips it. They see a headline that says, AI search is growing, and they jump straight to, we need to rank in ChatGPT. That's not a strategy. That's a reflex. Indig and Johnson point to 4 business problems companies commonly have. And I want you to sit with these because one of them is probably yours. Number 1, your brand is disappearing. AI tools answer questions about your category without ever saying your name. Number 2, your pipeline is leaking. Buyers research inside an AI tool before they ever reach your website, and you have no visibility into what they saw. Number 3, somebody else owns your category. Ask an AI tool who the best option is in your industry, and a competitor's name comes back. Yours doesn't. Number 4, your influence over the sale is fading. Buyers used to land on your site early in the process. Now they either show up decision ready or they don't show up at all, and you can't see what changed their mind. Notice something about all 4 of those? Not one mentions a keyword. Not one mentions a platform. They're business problems. And that's exactly the point. If your challenge doesn't tie to revenue or market position, you're optimizing for a number that won't survive a budget review. So here's how you find your real challenge. 3 steps. Step 1. Pull your pipeline data from the last 2 quarters. Where is demand actually dropping? Fewer inbound leads? Rising cost per lead? Flat conversion with shrinking top of the funnel volume? That's your signal. Step number 2. Connect that number to a behavior. Take your 20 highest value questions, the ones tied to deals that actually close, and run them through ChatGPT, Perplexity, wherever your buyers are actually searching. Who gets named? Are you in the answer at all? Anywhere? Step 3. Write 1 sentence. The format is simple. What's happening to the business because of what's happening in AI search? Something like, we're losing branded traffic because AI answers point buyers to a competitor's comparison page instead of ours. Or, buyers build their shortlist inside ChatGPT before they ever reach our site, and we're not on that shortlist. If you can't write that sentence with a number attached to it, you don't have a challenge yet. You have a worry. Go back to step 1. I've watched this distinction play out with real clients, not hypotheticals. Dr. Cameron Hagehat, periodontist at Portland Perio Implant Center in Portland, Oregon. I've worked with Dr. Hagehat for about 10 years, and we didn't win his market by chasing every AI SEO tactic on a checklist. His practice had one real asset: an active patient base who were willing to tell their stories. We built the approach around that, and over 100 published patient stories later, he holds the dominant positions for the highest intent searches in his market. Check my show notes on my website and see for yourself. The approach matched what he actually had. Daniel Goodwin, the founder and chief investment strategist at Provident 1031, had a different asset: deep expertise nobody else in his niche could match. So the approach wasn't patient stories. It was putting the expertise in front of people directly. A masterclass series, a published book, guides, in-depth sales pages. Different capability, different approach, same underlying discipline. Build on what you actually have, not what worked for someone else's brand. Then there's Burbank Dental Lab. For years, a set of downloadable PDF guides teaching dentists and clinicians how to handle specific dental implant procedures was their number one lead generator. That's literally how dentists found the lab. Great tool 10 years ago, but a static PDF doesn't hold up in 2026, and it doesn't reflect where dental technology has actually gone. So we're rebuilding it. A fully interactive digital guide, true 3D animation, walking through complex full arch implant cases, built with actual dental lab technicians and in-house 3D artists, with a personal AI guide woven into the experience. The asset underneath never changed. Decades of procedural expertise nobody else in the market has. The format has just finally caught up with what the dental lab already did. Here's how you put all of this into a document you can actually bring into a leadership meeting. 3 parts, no more. Part number 1, the challenge. 1 sentence, the one you just built. Part 2, the approach. Ask 4 honest questions. Do we have data nobody else can access? Do we have real experts people would trust? Do we have an active customer base willing to talk? Is our site fast and easy for AI systems to read? Whichever one you can answer yes to with confidence, that's your approach. Not the tactic you read about on somebody else's blog. Part 3, the actions. Only now do you make a list, and every item on that list has to trace back to the approach you picked. If it doesn't serve the approach, it doesn't make the list, no matter how many best practice guides recommend it. Here's what a real action looks like when it flows from your approach, not a checklist. I was shopping online for a gift this week for my wife, a Yeti mug. And yet, I had specific criteria in mind that I needed to meet. Instead of digging through a spec sheet or scrolling a wall of reviews, there was a little assistant right on the product page for the Yeti website. It's called Ask Ranger About This Product. I typed my question and got a straight answer instantly in Yeti's voice. That's not a chatbot bolted on as a gimmick. That's a company taking everything it already knows about a product and putting it in front of one person, asking that one question that matters to them, right when they're deciding. We're building exactly that for Provident 1031 and Burbank Dental Lab. Both sell something complicated to a sophisticated buyer with a lot of very specific questions. A generic FAQ page was never built to answer. Instead of making the buyer hunt, we're putting the answer directly in front of them. Now, the harder part, getting that funded. You're asking leadership to invest in a channel that's still forming, using metrics that haven't been seen before. Don't bring a traffic forecast. In AI search right now, a traffic forecast is closer to fiction than data. Bring 3 scenarios instead: conservative, moderate, aggressive. For each one, show what you'd invest and what you'd expect back, tied to a real business outcome, not a vanity metric. Then add stage gates, checkpoints, where leadership decides whether to keep going, scale up, or stop. That's the sentence that gets budget approved. Give leadership a reversible bet with a checkpoint, not an open-ended commitment they can't see the end of. Before your next meeting, do the exercise. Write your challenge in one sentence with a number attached to it. If you can't, that's not a problem. That's a homework assignment. I'm Jeff Payne. I'll see you next time.